it's really such a cool thing, just from the physical level, how it just feels to be able to just go, yeah, no, things are good. I don't find myself getting upset about too many things. And I don't try to make that happen. It's just when you immerse yourself over and over and over again in this or in this, your body goes, okay, we can handle it. Mind goes, we can handle this. When I learned how to meditate, the guy who taught me, he said, now just do this every day for the rest of your life. And I have, pretty close. It's just one of those things, you eat lunch, you breathe, you don't even think about it. It's just something you do. That's how I am with meditation. You just do it, and you watch what happens. So, before I get into how we do this, do you have any questions at all about your own background with meditation at all?
So, my mom has always done meditation.
With just about every health issue, there's not a single thing that is causing it might be something to do with her thinking, it might be something to do with her nutrition, it might be something to do with the chemicals, there might be mold in the house where she lives, there might be, there's no way to tell for sure that anything is causing anything. It might be a congenital thing, it might be an inherited thing with the heart. We can't know for sure, but my guess is, and I'm just guessing because I don't know your mom at all, but my guess is because she's doing those things, the problems that she has aren't worse than they are. That's been my experience. I remember one lady we taught to meditate in here, and she'd had a headache for every single day for 20 years. And the first time she did meditation, like we're going to do, headache went away. And I saw her a year later. No kidding. I saw her a year later. You were asking about reversing. She looked softer. She looked younger. And I saw her upstairs. She was getting a drink. And I said, how are you doing? I remembered she had been in the class. And she said, I haven't had a headache in a year. And the instant I feel a headache coming on, I meditate. And no headache. So I don't know for sure. That's a tough one to have, because everybody is totally different than everybody else, and you can't say, oh, this is creating that. And my experience tells me she's probably better off than she would be if she weren't doing the balancing kinds of things. And it's just a guess. I don't know for sure. So how do we do this? How do we meditate? Well, the first thing that I want you to not think about meditation is it's some way to stop your busy thoughts. And everybody will, because the instant I say meditation, people say, well, I can't do that. And it's everybody in here who will say, I can't do that, my mind's too busy. Everybody thinks theirs is the only one that's too busy. But it's everybody. Our minds are just, it's like bumblebees, right? Thoughts. And to say, okay, I'm going to stop that hive of bumblebees makes no sense at all. Try and do that with a hive of bumblebees. You can't possibly. With a real, you can't go, okay, get out of there, because they just fill in, right? That's how our thoughts are. That's how our thoughts are, and we don't try to fix that. So that's the first thing I want you to, and anybody, no matter who you are, unless you have some kind of a cognitive disability, anybody can meditate. It's about the easiest thing you could possibly do. Let's see, I need a chair. Can I use this chair? So, I want to walk you through how we do this. And if you were in the stress management class, this will be a little bit of a review. Never hurts to review. If this is your first time with meditation, the second thing I would say, besides the first thing is don't try and fix your busy mind. The second thing is do not take this too seriously. I know I sound like, ooh, this is like the holy grail of life. Don't take it too seriously. Be playful with it. Have a fun time with it. Be childlike with it. You're just testing. You're just playing with it. Because the instant you get serious about it, then you start thinking, oh, I've got to do it right. And if I do it wrong, stress turns on. You're worried about doing it wrong. So get rid of that idea. Don't worry about doing it right or wrong. Because it's really hard. There's not a right or wrong. And there's ways that seem to work. So when we do this, we usually do that. Well, the guy who taught me to meditate, he said, you don't meditate lying down. That's sleeping.